There we go. All right. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for coming to class. Um, we're going to start seated, but do me a favor, depending on how you sit, and you don't have to do this for this part of it, but we're going to use a blanket in this shape a bit today. So normally, it's kind of either like this or like this. Just take it to the wider um, level or the wider width and then fold it in half. And if you want, you can just lay it across the short length of your mat about in the middle and then sit on it. Now, again, if that doesn't work for you, don't worry about it. Just sit on your blocks or sit in hero pose or have your legs straight, whatever feels good to you. Um, but if you're sitting on the blanket like this, just kind of head toward the end of it so that the sit bones can kind of relax over it. We did this with a much more folded blanket last week or last class. Um, but just kind of find your grounding, like sit on the blanket or on your blocks and maybe wiggle a little bit to feel the sit bones underneath your bottom, right? So the sit bones are just that bottom part of the pelvis. It looks like this now. um, and feel yourself grounded. Close the eyes. Maybe bring the shoulders back. Feel the chest lift. Start to tap in. Inhaling and exhaling, and not worrying too much at the moment about how you're seated and what's happening in your body, but just start to come fully into your practice. Taking some nice deep breaths in and letting it go. Good. Few more breaths right here. Notice how your body calms and knows that it is in its yoga practice. Good. Let the eyes open. And then again, just as that little alignment reminder, we played with it a whole lot last class. So the center of the ears in last class, I called it the holes in your ears, right? The center of your ears kind of lining up with the shoulders. But what's interesting here is, right, we'll tend to either lift our chin or tuck the chin, but really it's a drawing back of the throat to draw the whole head back and yet keep it level. Imagine a book on top of your head, right? So ears to shoulders, ideally shoulders to the outer hips, right? If you put your arms straight down and pressed into the palms, you could feel where's the shoulders based on the sides of the hips. And then the bottom of the shoulder blades, right? Those big shoulder blades, we call them those wings out back here. They draw down and in, almost like they rotate. And as they rotate in, the bottom edge rotates in, it lifts the chest without arching the back. So play here, feel free to wiggle and check it out. What's it feel when I'm not in alignment? What's it feel when I am in alignment? And then maybe just a little tone here, right? What happens? Go ahead and take your hand to your belly, your low belly. Here's your belly button, or here's my belly button to low belly and draw it in a little bit and notice what you feel, right? This lengthening of the lower back. If we go too far, if we keep going, one, we lift off the sit bones and now we're flattened in the lower back. And we don't want that either. We don't want the overarch or the over tucking of the pelvis. We want to find neutral. And in finding neutral, ideally, we find ease, we find freedom, we find that the body is working together instead of muscles overly tight or overly stretched. So there you go, right? So find that. And then hang on to that. Take the hands out to your sides, lift the arms halfway up. Feel the bottom tips of the shoulder blades draw in, but not overly. The chest stays lifted. Slowly turn the palms up. Hold. Notice if anything changed. Inhale the arms straight up, but don't touch. If it hurts the shoulders, stay wide. If you're okay, bring them in just a little bit closer. But again, notice, right? Things start to change. The bottom tips of the shoulder blades draw in deeper because you've lifted the arms and you've caused that rotation of the rib cage. Breathe. Imagine you're holding on to a beach ball, but not overly tight. Now hold that, right? Chest is really lifted. Tone in through the lower belly just a little bit. Drop the tailbone just a little bit. Maybe the arms will allow you to go even higher up with the arms without strain. Hold. Take a nice deep inhale as you exhale, halfway down. Turn the palms down and release all the way. Good. Roll that out, everybody. Take the arms back out to the sides, turn the palms up, curl fingers, curl wrists. We do this a lot, and it is mostly because we don't stretch the backs of our hands a whole lot, and we should as a counterbalance to all the stuff we do on our hands. Good. Take knuckles to shoulders. Squeeze, just keep curling those wrists. No pain, by the way. Be mindful if you have wrist injuries. Notice if your chest collapses. Draw the tips of those shoulder blades back. Good. Slowly unpeel the arms, unpeel the wrists, unpeel the fingers. Hold those arms. Internal, external rotation. If your shoulders are hurting or they're just getting super fatigued, lower the arms a little bit, right? That should help. And if it doesn't, lower them all the way. Good. Hang on. Good. And then do that internal, external rotation all the way up to the ceiling until the palms face each other again. Hold here, draw the tips, bottom tips of the shoulder blades in, reach the arms. Deep inhale, exhale, slowly, slowly, slowly. Lower it all the way down. Well done. And then just roll that out, everybody. Whew, good. Let's shift out the legs. If you always sit the same way, let's see if we can find a different way, whether it's cross-legged or not. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, one hand down, one arm over, just a little warm up here. And inhale, take it up. Exhale, other side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, let it go. Good. Inhale, take it up. This time, hands to heart, interlace, press it out, but don't round. Draw the bottom tips of the shoulder blades into the back so that they're heading toward the front. Take the arms up. Hold right here. Again, always release if that hurts your shoulders or your wrists, by the way. Big, deep, deep, deep breath. Release the hands, come to cactus pose. Twist one way, hold, don't lower the arms, just hold. And then whichever way you twist it, take that opposite arm and open it up. So the chest got really wide here. Good, come back to center, twist the other way, and then draw that back elbow back and away again. Squeeze through the upper back. Take it center, bring both arms, elbows together. Then exhale. And exhale as they come in. Just three more. Squeeze, open, squeeze. Last one. And open and release. Good. Shake, shake, shake that out, everyone. And then straighten the legs. If you're still on your blanket, by the way, just scoot yourself forward. as if that blanket is just going to pull all the flesh of the glutes back away. Again, just to get a little bit more grounded. And feel Dandasana for the grounded pose it is, whether it's fingertips or palms on the floor. The legs are active, the heels pressing down to the ground. The body is back in alignment. I did this, it made me think of you, Deb. That kind of little wiggle sometimes. Good. So draw the hands down to the floor, roll the shoulders back. Close the eyes, come back into alignment. The ears to the shoulders, to the hips. If you are struggling here, I want you to put a little bend in the knees so that you can play with your alignment and worry less about the form of the pose. Good. Breathe. Feel as the alignment shifts when you bring those tips of the shoulder blades in, as you bring the whole head back in space. Low belly tones. Maybe close the eyes here just so you can really feel it. And then notice if there's an area in your body that you are straining through, whether you are too tight in the back or the hips. If it's the hips, try opening the legs just a little bit and see if that will release. If not, we'll bend the knees. Good. Inhale, take the arms up. Hold here, feel that, right? Holding on to the beach ball, but it's light. You don't have to strain here. Lift through the chest, draw the lower belly in, stay with that beautiful alignment, everyone. And exhale, let that go. Whew, good job, everyone. Good. And then sit back up on that blanket. Take the hands behind you, just a quick little hip warm up. Take the legs wide and little windshield wipers. And you might notice that as you take the knees one way, the hips actually drop off that little skinny blanket. And that's perfect. Good. So just warming up. Deep breath. And release. Good job, everyone. Come to your side. So I'm laying on my right side. If I were mirroring here, I'd be laying on my left side, and I'm on that blanket again. Take the top leg out. Hopefully this is comfortable. And if it is not, go ahead and lay down. Just shift on your blanket so it doesn't throw you off, or take the blanket out fully. Throw your blocks around. Good. Come up to your side. Want you to think about alignment again. Now, of course, we're here, but ankle, outer hip, outer shoulder, right? All in alignment. So not leaning forward, not leaning back. I'm right center line. And if you look down, the top hip is rolled forward enough to line up with shoulder and ankle. Yeah, I know, right? Hold that foot, maybe turn the toes in, feel the activity in the back glute and hip, and then just raise the leg a little bit higher. Hold right here. Bottom ribs, draw in, hold, breathe, turn the toes up, still hold. Yep, keep those ribs from dropping down to the floor. Stay with the alignment so that your head, neck, chest aren't dropping forward. Turn the toes forward, bring the leg forward, hold. I know if this is too much, please bend the knee. It'll take some of the pressure off. And then take it back and swing it back, but see if you can hang on to some of that alignment. Good. Bring it forward or bend the knee. Swing it back, squeeze. Good. Just one more. Bring it forward and bring it back and squeeze. Keep the chest, keep the hip, and release that. Straighten the bottom leg, take the top foot and put it in front of you. Most of you, I know those online can do this. If not, you can take the leg behind you. That might be easier for some. You're going to lift the bottom leg. Point the toes forward and hold right here. So inner thigh, right? Adductor muscles for the most part. Work in those. If your upper body's getting tired of being this way, lower down. Breathe, hold right here, and try to lift that leg off the floor or away from the floor without doing anything else. Isometric work here. And then lower down, release. Next, you're either going to do that same thing or you're going to stack those legs, flex the feet, lift both legs off the floor. They're not going far. Breathe, breathe. See if you can lift the top leg off the bottom leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew, lower it all. Bend those knees. My goodness. And let's come on over to the other side. I know, right? Little stuff. And and I really want you to notice, right? How did that feel in your body? Was something screaming at you? If it was screaming, we need to change something up. And often it is that you've got to lower and probably come off that blanket or lower the blanket to something flatter. All right, same thing other side. The bottom knee is bent, top leg is lifted, but just at the level of the hip. Taking a look at my alignment, I see my ankle, my hip, my shoulder, the top of my head now. Um, and breathe. Good. Just hold here for a second. Tone in through the belly. Breathe. Maybe lift it a little bit higher, but see if you can stay in alignment and take a look, right? Did I just shift something? Did something feel a little funky there? Good. Press the bottom ribs away from the floor. Hold here, everybody. And then either with a bent knee or a straight leg, bring it forward, level with the hip. It doesn't have to go any further than that. And slide. Hello, block. Slide it back. Good. Bring it forward and back. I don't know if those who were in class with me, right here, I want a last class, minimal hip movement, right? Minimal hip movement. Good, maybe one more. And back. And then hold, turn the toes down. Breathe. Turn the toes up, hold. Ooh, yeah. Turn them neutral and release down. Good. You can bend that knee, straighten the bottom leg, take the top foot either in front of you, and it can be out here, by the way, too. Doesn't have to be up really high. And lift the top or lift the bottom leg and hold. I don't know if you all remember, those of you who used to go to the gym in the 80s, maybe the 90s, right? Used to do these all the time in aerobics classes to try to strengthen that inner thigh, right? That can be a tricky muscle to stay strong. Good. Breathe, 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 everybody. Notice and release. Either do that one again or straighten both legs and lift both legs. Breathe. This side a little harder for me, a little trickier. Maybe lift the top leg. Hold. Keep squeezing the belly. Stay on the very side of that hip if you can. And release. Holy moly. Bend both of your knees and come up. Come on up. I want you to sit on that blanket with that one hip, whichever hip you are on, and then either keep the knees stacked or put one knee behind the other. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, side bend here. Oh, just stretch and breathe. If that hurts your knee, by the way, on your mat, just stick it up on your foot or up toward your other shin so you have some cushion. And release. Go to the other side. One hip on, one hip off. I am in a goofy mood today. Inhale. Exhale. Stretch it out. What else is new, right? And release. All right. Good. Let's shake that out, everyone. Check your blanket. Let's keep it, relatively speaking, in the middle of your mat, and then come to place your knees on your blanket. And come on down to elbows. Interlace the hands. Take your bottom pinky finger out of there so that you're not putting a lot of weight there. Now, when I first come into this pose, there goes my low back. I can feel it, right? It doesn't hurt, but it just drops into space there. So I want to think about alignment again. So I'm going to draw the ribs and the low belly in, maybe raise the head just a little bit, maybe bring the neck back just a little bit, and then press the right leg back. Hold right here or lift the right leg. Breathe, flex the foot. Breathe. Good. If your hands are interlaced, uninterlace them and straighten the forearms and breathe. One, you're here. Two, you're going to lift. If it's my right leg, I'm going to lift the left arm off the floor. Take it out to the side. Hold. Breathe. Back body here, right? Back of the arm, back of the shoulder, back of the leg, back of the glute. Breathe. Release the arm back. Release the knee back. Maybe stretch it out just for a moment. Come on back. So starting with those hands interlaced, press into the forearms, press the left leg back and hold for a second. Tone in, right? Feel the spine start to lengthen. Undo the arms if that's okay for you. Lift the leg. See, on this side, I feel a little like I'm leaning toward the right. So I'm just going to see if I can shift some of that weight back over to the left. Breathe. When you're here too, you're going to take the right arm off and extend it out. I've got a wall, so I'm going to stay in cactus on that side. Breathe. Press into the forearm. Notice your breath. Release the arm. Hold the leg. Breathe, everybody. And release fully. And shake it out. Good. Come on up. We're going one more time. Come on down to your elbows. Press the right leg back. Interlace the hands. Take the pinky finger out. Press fully into your forearms. Good. Breathe. Flip your left toes under. Press into your belly. See if you can lift the knee off the blanket. And hold. Then straighten the left leg. Find plank. Press into the full forearm, even into the wrist, even into the pinkies. Good. Bring the left leg back. Right leg back. Undo your hands. Stretch it out, everybody. Last one. Come on back. Down to your hands. Interlace the hands. Press into those hands. Move your low belly away from the floor. Press the left leg back. Hold. Flip the right toes under. Just see if you can get that knee off the blanket. As if you were going to go run, right? Boom, take off someplace. Straighten the leg, hold. Where's your alignment, everyone? Squeeze an imaginary block. Breathe. Bring the right knee back. Release the left. Undo your hands. Come to table pose. Your knees are on your blanket. Spread the fingers. Open up your shoulders and find downward facing dog. Once you're in down dog, let's pedal it out. Check your feet. See if they are hips width apart. Really engage through the shoulders and the upper back. Good. And then lift the heels of your feet and bend the knees some, a good amount. You can kind of see I've got them bent pretty far. Close your eyes again and see if you can find the upper body alignment, ears, shoulders, back of the head, back of the sacrum. And breathe. Inhale more, tippy toes, lower those knees to the floor. Well done, everybody. Let's step forward with the right leg and grab your blocks. Your left knee is probably still on that blanket as it should be. Take the blocks up nice and high and then walk the blocks back a little more than where you're normal, right? We would normally have the blocks right by the feet. I want you to walk them if you can right behind the feet. And then look at your front knee to front ankle. Let the back of the back foot, top foot, let that go. And lift up nice and tall. Squeeze the back glute. We know this, right? Try to keep the alignment of front knee to front ankle. Feel maybe a stretch through the left thigh and breathe. Now, for some of you, this can be rather taxing here in the lower back, right? Especially if we have any kind of a narrowing of our spine, our spinal column, right? We want to be mindful here because we don't want to do any damage at all. So do me a favor and everybody just take the hips back and drop the head and breathe. So it's just a little bit, right? I've come off my pose and then walk the hands to your knee. Your head is still dropped. And then imagine pushing your chest away from your thighs and then take the head back into alignment. So we've lengthened, ideally lengthened this area. You can even feel like those deep back pockets. And then maybe keep that and see where the front knee bend goes. If it's too much, it's too much, right? So it's so simple. If it's too much, it's too much. So trust your bodies. Big deep breath. Good. Lower those blocks by one. Plant your hands around those blocks. Flip your toes under. Listen up. Tone in through the belly as if you were going to come into a cat pose. And then lift the back knee and hold. You're staying super low here. And then imagine squeezing the inner upper thighs together like you've got a block there. Big deep breath, everyone. Lower that knee slowly to the floor. Take the right knee back. Bring the left foot forward. Go back up to nice high blocks. Walk the blocks back a little bit. Check the front knee alignment. See how it feels on this side to lift the chest. If it feels better or worse, it might be in the low back as far as the muscles, right? Maybe one side of the hip is tighter than the other, maybe not. Breathe, draw the shoulders back. And then everybody back off a little bit. Tuck, drop your head. Notice that. Take the hands to the knee. Push the chest away from the knee. Take the head back up. You're almost to like a 90-90, right? That's going to take some of the pressure off here, but also stretch the front quad or the right side quad. And then see if your knee will come forward more over ankle. And breathe. You got it. There should be zero pain here, especially in the lower back, right? We're looking for a deep belly stretch. We're looking for hip flexor stretch in the front quad, the back legs, front quad. Maybe front and quad is redundant now that I think about it. Take your hands down to your blocks. Oh boy. Breathe, flip your toes under, keep your chest low, lift the knee, hold, squeeze the glutes. Imagine you're going to squeeze a block between those inner thighs. Check the alignment. Notice. Good. Move those blocks out of the way. Plant your hands, step back, downward facing dog. For those of you who cannot put weight on your hands, you might drop to elbows here. Good. And then everybody plank pose, either on hands or on elbows. Widen the feet slightly. Lengthen through the whole torso. And think about your alignment. Where's your ears, your neck, your chest, shoulder blades, hips, ankles? Find your breath, everybody. Whew. 5, 4, 3, 1. Lower those knees. Either puppy stretch, hands come forward, or child's pose where the hips come back. Stretch it out. Good. Hands come back. Step forward with your right foot. Listen up. It's a little bit tricky. I just want you to be mindful of your knee. That back leg, knee is still on your blanket. Walk your hands toward the side of your mat and turn your left foot so that it is the whole lower leg is on your blanket and you've got a 90-degree angle here and with that knee. Once you're there, take the hands up. Make sure that knee feels fully supported. Your front knee is over your front ankle. Don't let me say angle. Front hip drops down, but everything else is in alignment, right? So again, feel, right? Center of the ear, shoulders, hips, blah, blah, blah. You know this, right? You know this now. Where are you in space? Your forearm goes to your thigh. The other arm reaches over. This is a variation, believe it or not. This is a variation of extended side angle. Breathe. Hold, notice, stretch it out. Good. Take both arms up, squeeze. And then this hand slides down. I'm putting a fair amount of pressure here. It slides down the leg halfway. And then we stretch. Also, variation of gate pose, right? Big deep breath. Take both hands up, both hands to the floor. Listen up. One, you're here. Or two, you're going to walk your hands diagonally between that right foot and that left knee. And then maybe drop to elbows. A deep little hip stretch here. Please don't go there if anything about this causes pain in your body. But maybe close the eyes. Tap in. Where do you feel this pose? What is stretching? Breathe. Press into the hands, lift up, walk them back kind of to that center. You're going to switch sides. So bring one knee to your blanket, take the other leg out, the toes point toward the short edge of your blanket. And then once you're there, walk on up. And you can look, right? Foot, knee, hip, all beautiful. Hip, knee, foot behind. Everything feels pretty stable, ideally, right? Pretty stable here. And then front forearm to front thigh, stretch it out. Really been playing with some of the just little tweaks on our alignment here and how we can play there. Good, breathe. Oh, that feels so good. Side stretch and take both arms up. Exhale, this hand digs in, slides down, hold, and then stretch over. So I'm pushing my hand into my thigh back into my hand. Breathe, and both hands up. Take them down to the floor right in front of you. They're right in front of that knee. And breathe. One, you're here. This is awesome. Try to keep your alignment. Two, you're going to walk the hands more diagonally. And you might be here, or you might drop to elbows. Good. Breathe, everyone. Again, maybe close the eyes. What are you experiencing here, really? For me, it's almost all inner upper thigh, near the kind of just really deep upper inner thigh. For you, it might be more knee, it might be more outer hip, it might be sit bone area. Where is it for you? It might be the knee on the floor. Good. Come on up. Walk those hands to center. Listen up. This leg that's there, just kind of turn it in some. We're going to see if we can come to standing from here. If it doesn't work for you, please Don't do it. Come back to neutral first. But you got one leg out. The toes are pointed more diagonally. The knee is bent. I'm just going to lift and step out. So now we're in a wide leg forward fold. Soften the back of the knees, everybody. Find your breath. And then lift up halfway. Turn the toes out. Press the knees out. Take your hands to your knees. Come on up fully. Whew. Good. Shake that out. And then heel toe in. Grab your blanket. Take it closer toward the one end of your mat. It doesn't have to go all the way back. And then come back to the front of your mat. You'll adjust as you get there, so don't worry about where it is. Standing nice and tall, mountain pose, right? How does it feel in your body? Did anything change? Hole in the ears, to the shoulders, to the hips, to the outer ankles. Knees are not locked. Legs are active. Shoulders are lifted, or chest is lifted because the shoulder blades have drawn in. Take a deep breath. Open the eyes. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands come down to your blocks, ideally at that lower level. Bend the knees softly. I want you to step your right leg back. Look as you do so, so that the heel of your right foot lands on your blanket. If you're off a little bit on your length, either take your front foot forward or back, right? So that you're in your good solid lunge. Your feet are hips width apart. Hold right here. Now I want you to kind of press into the blanket. Here's the hard part, not hyperextending the knee. So press into the blanket with your heel, but don't overdo the back of your knee. Take your hands to your knee. Remember, back knee can be down. You won't worry about the blanket in that case. Lift the chest. Tone in through the belly and see if the chest will lift more. What's happening to the back leg, everybody? Right? Can you feel the blanket? For some, blanket's just not going to be thick enough. And if it isn't, don't worry. The front hip rolls back so that both hips are even. The chest is lifted, all those alignment cues. Take the arms up into lunge, but the focus here may be on that back foot. In fact, isometrically try to push off the front leg so that you feel the back leg. Breathe. Don't overdo it though. Good. Exhale, slow, slow, slow. Bring those hands to your blocks. Take the blocks up to the highest level and straighten the front leg. Again, wiggle hips, find that alignment. Open up the shoulders, everyone. Breathe. If you have the hamstring flexibility, both lower the blocks and walk them forward. So why am I having you walk them forward? So you don't curl up into a ball. You keep that torso nice and long. Breathe. Bend the front knee, everybody. Walk those blocks back where you have some good purchase on them. Push off the blanket, step forward. Bend the knees, inhale, reach up. Exhale, right down again. Soften the knee, step back, left leg, find that blanket again. And breathe. Front knee, the front ankle. Once you feel steady here, solid here, take your hands to your knee. I always stay low at first, right? And then move as if someone's poking you in the belly to lift the chest, to take the arms up. Breathe, watch the back knee. Find your front knee alignment. If you were to draw some lines, does it feel like you're fairly well in alignment, right? Breathe. Good. Exhale. Take it down slow. Straighten the front leg. You can keep the blocks up high or lower the blocks by one, but then walk them forward just a little. And breathe. Bend the front knee, walk those blocks back, push off your back foot, step forward, bend both of your knees and inhale all the way up. Exhale to heart. Good. Shake that out, everybody. Walk back to your blanket. Put the ball mounds. Now, blanket is optional all the way through class, so you can just get rid of it if it isn't working for you. But take the ball mounds to your blanket. So one of the things, those of you who know, I've been doing some PT, physical therapy on my knee. One of the things that she stresses constantly is the knees should not really go forward of those ankles, especially when we're doing squats. They do in normal life, right? We walk stairs, we walk. The knees go forward of the ankles. But for squatting, the mechanism is here, hips go way back. Ideally, the knees stay over those ankles, right? Or just a little bit. So I want everybody to go here, put your elbows on your knees, your feet are on the blankets, press into the ball mounds of your feet, which are on your blankets. Breathe. Imagine trying to take the legs apart, but keep the pressure on the big toes, big toe mounds. Good. Take your hands to your knees, everybody. Squeeze the belly in. We just got super long in the lower back. Lift the chest. Hold on here if you can. Take your hands to your heart. Look at the knees. Did they collapse? Did they just shoot forward? Can you keep pressing those hips back? And then, as if you could put a hole through your blanket, I want you to push in to stand up. And then slowly exhale. Push up to stand, 2. Exhale. And 3. Good. Keep that chin level-ish. And 4. We got 1 left. Sit back, sit back, sit back. And up. 5. And release. Good. All for a reason here. Turn around. Put the heels on the blanket. Again, if this doesn't work, if it throws you off too much, please get rid of it. It is not that important. The ball mounds are now on the floor, really solid here. Spread those toes. Stand tall. I'm probably slightly wider than hips width apart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, come on down, everyone. Squat. Take your hands to your knees, take your elbows to your knees, and look at your alignment. Right? How does that feel? Can you press through the whole ball mound? Keep the inner ankles from collapsing. Lengthen the tailbone. Hands to knees, lift that chest. Take the hands to the heart. If this hurts anything, especially low back, you come up higher. Good. Let's inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to chest. Come on down only if you want. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, come on down. Try lifting your toes off the floor. I just did that and felt more stable. And down, we have 2 left. Exhale, only go as far as makes sense in your body. Last one. Exhale, sit way back, way back, way back. And stand neutral. Come on off that blanket. Whew. Well done. Put both heels on the blanket, listen up. We're going to come to forward fold, so be careful because you're a little more forward. And then downward facing dog. See if those blankets, if that blanket will stay under heels. So bend the knees, find the floor, walk those hands out, move my blocks out of here. Knees are bent. I'm going to plant those feet and then see if my legs will straighten and still stay somewhere in contact with the blanket. And right now I have everything but the ball mounds of my feet on the blanket. So the arches are there, the heels. Big deep breath. Now walk the feet together. All this is grounding work, by the way, trying to ground the heels for stability. So I've just walked my feet closer together. I'm going to bend one knee, lift the other. Find your breath. Notice. Lower that leg slowly. Lift the other leg. Lower. Good. Take both feet wide on your blanket. Walk those hands back. All the way, all the way. Bend the knees. Now you're in a wide leg stance. Toes are pointing forward. Your behind is way back. Hands come to your knee. Tuck that belly in, lift the chest. Come on up to standing. Feel the blanket underneath your feet and step on off. Shake that out. Just gonna mute that because I heard something. And shake, shake. All right, so how you feeling, everyone? Feel that grounding. So we're almost done with this part, and then we're going to take it into balance. So come on back to your blanket. I think it's gonna, no, let's do it this way instead. Sorry. Come back to the front of your mat, but not quite as far to the front. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, come on down, hands down, soften the knees, step back, right leg, tap your blanket with your heel. Walk your front foot up so that you have front knee alignment, and then turn the foot out slightly, turn the heel in slightly of the back leg for warrior one. Some of us played with this when I was back home, right? How do we ground the back heel in a pose like warrior one so that we feel stable? Before you move, look at your legs. They're hips width apart or slightly wider. Your hands come to your knees. Stay low. Push into the back heel as you lift the torso. Stay right there. Bend the back knee a little bit and see if the hips will square slightly more. And then if you want, straighten the front or the back leg. Front knee is where? Over your ankle. Good. One, you're here. Two, the shoulder blades draw in. The arms come up. The back leg is active. The back glute is active. I feel super grounded here. Breathe. Very, very slowly. Slow. Use your core. Take those hands back down. Want you to step back to down dog, even if it's a little short. Step forward, right leg. Look at the back foot. Turn the back heel in slightly. Front foot is straight forward. Front knee over ankle. Take your hands to your knee. Start to lift your chest. Take the arms up. Breathe. Back glute is squeezing. Front knee is in a whoop. In alignment. Breathe. Warrior one. Smile. And release. Hands down. Super slow, super slow. Step back to downward facing dog. Breathe. Now, this is just a little funky and you don't have to do it. Walk the hands back one, walk the feet back so that the ball mounds are now on your blanket. See if you can get the hands back until your heels drop to the floor. Whew. Breathe. Hands to knees, come on up. Breathe, shake it out. All right, grab your cute little blanket. I just washed it yesterday. I'm gonna have to wash it again now. All right, love your blanket. Props are awesome. And then take it down to your mat. I'm turning mine this way just so you all can see me because we're gonna play with some balance work. You may want no blanket. You may want to be near a wall and your blanket, but wherever you are, you're going to want to be able to step both feet on your blanket. Okay. And then again, kind of snuggle in, right? Feel your feet. Stand tall, think mountain pose. The holes in the ears to the shoulders to the hips. I don't know why that makes me giggle every time. Holes in the ears. And then just notice, what do my feet want to do? For me, my toes want to grip, right? They want to kind of grip in to keep me more stable. So don't grip, try to spread. Are your ankles wanting to drop in now that we're on a soft surface? If they do, try to spread them apart. Big toe mounds pressing down. And just breathe. This is mountain pose, right? It is no different. Hands come to your hips. You're going to lean into one leg. So I'm leaning into my right leg. If I'm mirroring, it would be your left, but I'm not over leaning. We talked about that last class. And then I'm just going to find a focus point and see if I can get my other knee off or my other foot off the floor. Blanket is optional. Do not use it if you feel really tippy. Breathe. Now, what's happening with the standing leg, everybody? It's wobbling all over the place. So what can I do? I'm going to engage that glute. I'm going to find the alignment that I've been working so hard on. The ears to shoulders to hips to ankles. And breathe. And I just got taller. That's it. Only if you want, take the arms up. Stay tall. Keep squeezing that standing legs, hip and glute. Even if you've got a hand on a wall, that's awesome. You are working on leg strength, hip strength, core strength. And hands to heart and lower down and shake it out. Good. Mountain pose again. Same thing, other side. Other side. Those of you who were with me before class will understand that one. All right, lean in, but just a little. You're really not leaning, you're weighting, you're grounding, right? When you're there, feel the glute and hip engage. Take the other leg up, even if you tap and lift. Breathe, you're nice and tall here. See what's happening with the standing leg. Tons of work here. When you're ready, let's take that arm up or take the arms up, squeeze the belly, find the alignment. Notice that you can get, I don't know, but maybe a half inch taller just by staying with your alignment without letting your chest collapse, your head come forward, all of that stuff. Oof. Breathe, hold, hands to heart, and lower, step off blanket. Shake it out. Come to one end of your blanket. One end. Good. You're obviously right. If your legs are straight, your hips will be uneven. I want you to stand on the standing leg. Stand on the leg that's on the blanket and breathe. Now the hips are even, right? My heels lifted off the floor. Turn that leg out to the side. And just think about this. Can I bring my foot to my shin and still hold the pose? Variation of tree pose. Just breathe. Press leg into foot, foot into leg. Breathe and take that leg down. All right. Good. Come back. Either you're going there or you're going to find that still point. By the way, you can keep a toe on the floor or you're going to come into tree pose on that blanket. Squeeze it all in, everybody. Breathe. Arms up and out. Ooh. If you want, if this is too much, come on off that blanket. It's almost too much today for me. Breathe. Let's go there again. Good. Try to not grip the toes too much. Hands to heart. Woohoo. And come on down and shake it out. Come on over, other side of your blanket. So again, in PT, right, trying to get these legs balanced, right? Interesting. Balanced in inner, outer, front, back. They had me doing a lot of things where I'm on soft surfaces where it isn't stable. And I have found it really helpful so far. So we're on that standing leg. We're going to engage through here. Try not to hyperextend the knee. Good. That other foot tone out. And foot comes to shin. Could be that I switch back to coffee. Again, those of you who know me. Breathe, find it, right? So here's the leg I've been PT. It feels a little less stable. Maybe take the arms out, squeeze those glutes, everyone. Get taller, find your alignment, head back, chest lifted, and release. Good. Maybe step off, shake it. Come on back. Whew. Choice number one, toes on, shin, or see if you can take it up. We always want mountain pose first, by the way, right? We know that. All right, so if you're ready, the heel goes where you want it, as long as it's not pressing into your knee. I'm gonna grow taller. Gonna resist gravity. Breathe. If you want, we can take those arms up. Good, find the pose, everybody. Feel the tips of the shoulder blades draw in. Hands to heart. And step off. Ooh, good, shake that out. Just take let's just go left foot ball mound. Step back just a little bit. It's not very far at all, sorry. And then level out the hip, keep the front knee bent, and just see if you can fold over. So we're just stretching it out. If you need your blocks here, or if that is too low, you can come hands to knee. You don't have to go all the way to the floor. And then bend the back knee, straighten the front leg, keep the foot on your blanket. And release hands to knees, come up, switch sides. Right foot is on, left foot is back just a little. As you hinge, bend the front knee and breathe. Back knee can be straight or bent really on this one. This moves way up into the back hamstrings. Again, redundant, back and hamstring. Oh, good. And then bend the back knee as you straighten the front leg. Bend the knee, hands to knee. Come on up, everybody. Ooh, good. Shake that out. All right, we're almost done. Almost done. You're facing that nice long blanket. Place one foot on it, right in the middle of the side to side, but not the middle of your blanket. Just place that foot on, lift up, lift the knee, set it down on the blanket. So now you're tight roping. Take the back leg, lift, whoo, breathe, set it in front. You may be off blanket a little, but that's okay. Lift the other knee, listen up. You're going to step back on the blanket. I know it's tricky. Lift the knee, step back on the blanket, lift the knee, step back on the blanket. If you come off, that's perfect. And then step off blanket. Good. All right. Well done. Shake it out, everybody. I just realized I left my water all the way over here. So let me grab a water. If you need a sip, we're almost done. We're still going to use this blanket, but we're coming down to the floor. How do we find balance, everyone? Right? The number one question, how do we find balance? All right. So from either end of your blanket or your mat, just come to mountain pose. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees. Walk the hands out to downward facing dog. That blanket's going to be underneath you. Breathe. And then bend or lower until your belly, ribs, belly, and inner thighs come on, pretty much inner thighs come onto your blanket. So don't worry about it being just perfect, right? So you're on this little, almost again, this little teeter totter with the blanket covering the base of your torso and pelvis. Take the arms to cactus pose. Lower your head to your mat. Actually, start with the hands underneath your forehead, just so we stay in alignment. Press the pubic bone into the blanket, right? So again, just coming back to that idea with this narrowing of the spine, this alone, I think, with my inexperienced knowledge, helps to lengthen the spine, keeps that narrowing of the spine in a little bit better position. So a couple of you I know that have that. Maybe you look at how lengthening that lower back can help release some of the symptoms. All right, so heads back down. I'll leave mine up so I can talk. Lift one leg. Keep the pubic bone on the blanket. Keep length. Imagine moving your low belly off the blanket. So you're just a slight tuck here. And lower down. Lift the other leg. It's not high, everybody. And down. Good. The arms come to cactus pose. Lift one arm and just lift the head and chest to neutral, so don't look up. And down. Lift the other arm, take the upper body with you. And down. Lift both arms and just hold. Lift both legs, optional. Breathe. Take both arms back, open the legs. Feel like Superman, Superwoman, flying through the air, balanced on this blanket, working the upper body. If you feel your lower back, I just want you to lower everything until there's no stress on that low back. Good. And then lower everything, shake it out. Let one hip rock off the blanket, let the other hip rock off the blanket. Okay, just side to side. Come back to the middle, arms are in cactus. Want you to lift your right leg, hold. Lift your right arm, hold. Your head, neck are going to come into alignment. We're almost done. And breathe. Just the right side. Lower. Left leg. Left arm. Just that side. Feel that. Lower. Right leg, left arm. Crossing the body. Lower. Left leg, right arm. Again, crossing the body. Finding balance. Down. Last one. Superman, Superwoman, Super Yogi. Breathe. Just feel it. Maybe the arms come up. Legs are wide. Variation locust. Big deep breath. And let that go, everybody. Push in your forehead with your hands. Roll the hips off one side and just hold. Come back to center, roll off the other side and hold. And then roll off the blanket all the way, just long enough to scoot it up your mat and then roll over to one side. And very slowly come on down. Now, when you lay on this blanket, your low back is nowhere near it. The blanket rests at the low ribs or higher, right? And then take the very top of your blanket and tuck it under to make a little pillow. Oh. Doesn't that feel good, right? So simple sometimes. Pause here for a moment. Feet are on the floor. Bring one knee to your chest, hold. The other foot stays on the floor. Release. Take the other knee to the chest. Release. Take both knees to your chest. Breathe. Release. Now, if this blanket configuration works for you, this is Shavasana. So we're going to straighten one leg, straighten the other leg. Again, if you feel any strain in the lower back, just keep scooting down the blanket or take it out all the way. You don't need it there. Good. Find the center line of the sacrum. The legs are wide, the arms are out wide. The shoulders drop on either side of your blanket. And then we close the eyes. And we just let go. We let go of the stress and the strain and the story and the narrative and the fear. And we imagine ourselves filled with love and compassion and empathy for what we don't know. Breathing in, breathing out. The jaw starts to relax, the back of the eyes soften. Each time you start to focus on a thought, let it go. Good, and go softer still. Good. For those of you ready, go ahead and bend the knees, lengthen the tailbone, pause. If you can stay in Shavasana longer, please do that. Draw your knees up toward the chest. Roll the knees carefully over to one side as you roll off your blanket. And then as you're ready, press up. Come back to your seat. Smile. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale right to your heart. Bow to your own inner wisdom, that compassion that grows from the inside out. Namaste, everyone.
Namaste.
Thank you so much. Have a great day, everybody.